beautiful souls. How are you all? Hello, hello, hello. Having some technical things this morning, which has been the theme for the weekend for me. So I hope this works, and I hope you do jump on, and I hope the replay comes out really, really good. Hello, beautiful souls. Happy Monday. I hope you had an amazing weekend. So many channel messages coming through today that I don't even know where to start, but isn't that always the case when I'm channeling for collective consciousness? So as we wait for people to jump on, if you jump on, because it kept kicking me out. I'm hitting the live and it's kicking me out, and I kick the live and it kicked me out, and I think la. So hello, Wendy. I was hoping this would bloody work, so I hope it doesn't kick me off. I have had so many strange occurrences myself over the last probably 48 hours. I shared a bit of it yesterday. I went for a beautiful drive yesterday morning, and I went out into Whoop Whoop, and I just absorbed the countryside, and just went out of range a little bit, and just connected with Mother Gaia and all that sort of stuff. And and I was so out of range I didn't even have internet. Wasn't connected to nothing. And just all this something posted on my Facebook page. I think it was just a story, and I didn't post that because I didn't do that. And the night before, my smoke alarm, all I could smell was smoke and the sizzle and all that. And I went, what the hell is that? I thought one of the kids were playing a song. And I thought, what the hell is that? And the smoke detector malfunctioned. And then the dishwasher was beeping. And then this is kicking me off. And there's some weird stuff. So I sat with Spirit. I did channeling afterwards and that. And I think there's been a difference in my own frequency. And yeah, it's a lot to explain. I won't bore you with it, but it's not necessarily a woo thing. It's a difference in my frequency and stuff. So anyway, I want to know, is there weird shit going on for you too? Because even like I just said, I just hit live and stuff like that, and it was kicking me off, putting me out, kicking me off, putting me out. So fingers crossed this works. So good morning. Is it Kyrie? Shining light? Yeah. Hey, Jade, how are you? So good to see you. This is going to be a really good channeling, I feel, because I said to Spirit, what I do typically on a Monday morning is I get up. So there are strange things. Can't wait till it's over. I've got a message for you then, Jade. I love it when people say things before I even say anything. And there seems to be a delay because I can see it. It's weird. Anyway, if you are jumping on, g'day, I'm Miss Psychic D. I am a channel for Spirit. I jump on every Monday morning here to channel some psychic insight and guidance for the beautiful collective based on the current energy right now. Some of you, or most of you, do probably follow the astrological components about Mercury retrogrades and all that. That's not my forte. My forte is to tap into the energy of the collective, energies of one-on-one when I'm doing personal readings, and I channel information that Spirit would love to share with you. So can be wisdom, this can be psychic prediction, this can be brand new perspectives, anything to give you hope, clarity, purpose, education, anything around the law of attraction. I'm a law of attraction facilitator, I'm a practitioner. So, and I live this lifestyle myself. So I'm just teaching through the clarity of my own example to each and every one of you. So good morning, Lisette. Good morning, Graceful. So good to see ya. Yeah, please go grab your cuppa. Give it another couple of minutes. But so my usual ritual for Monday morning is I get up, I do my daily morning shieldings and rituals and all that sort of stuff, knowing that I'm going to be coming on here and doing a collective. And obviously I take my son to school. But when I'm on my way home, I chuck on a random, I'll just say to Spirit, set the intention, because that's all we can do, set the intention. And I always say to Spirit, all right, play a song that's going to help me channel the information that needs to be known for the collective this morning. And I just go onto Spotify. I just like flick through and pick a random multi-mix, I don't know, album or whatever. And they play me a song. So and I just get them to play me a song. So the song that actually came through this morning was 4-5 Seconds by Rihanna. 4-5 seconds. I don't even know the words. I don't even listen to Rihanna. Rihanna's not my jam, you know what I mean? Pearl Jam's my jam, but Rihanna's not my jam. So, but the main messages when I was listening to it was, I think I've had enough. That's the main message that was coming through. So I'm assuming that a lot of my collective are feeling at a point in their life where they've just had enough. They've had enough. They've had it up to here. They're done. They're probably sick of their own bullshit. They're probably sick of other people's bullshit. I've really got to stop swearing because I think it's like shadow banning me. Anyway, but yeah, I just feel like I've had enough. So the fact that Jade sort of said, can't wait till it's over, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, yeah, so if you've had enough right now, this is going to be a channeled message for you to hopefully get you over the speed bump, to give you something fresh and new to focus on, or something else to think about, or I don't know, some type of spirit-led support that you may need as we transition through the tail end of this Mercury retrograde anyway. The other key message in that song was taking kindness for weakness. So this, I could be picking up on the collective energies that are so sick of being nice and kind and giving and, you know, forgiving and compassionate and all that. And yet people in their energy or the experiences that they're having, people are perceiving them as weak because they are like that. So that came up, and tired of doing the right thing and being punished for it. That was the main message. Hang on, I'm going to turn my fan on. So, and you have to excuse my nose now, and I'll probably have a bit of a bark because I'm just going to have a wog. I've got a bit of a wog. So, so yeah, anyway. So if you guys want to, you can listen to 4-5 Seconds by Rihanna. That's what this channel message is based upon today. It's based on the fact that people have probably had enough, and they're sick of their kindness being taken for weakness. They're tired of doing the right thing and being punished for it. So if that's you, this probably will be a message for you today. And trust me, been there, done that, wear the T-shirt, have actually embraced and embodied the art of discernment now. So that's when you acknowledge that within yourself. And don't portray your kindness for weakness, but see it as a strength. See it as a wonderful, wonderful strength that you have. You've just got to learn who you give it to. You've got to learn who gets it, and it also, you've got to come back to yourself as well in that energy. So it's resonating a lot. Well, there you go. Yes, tired of being the giver. Here we go. So I'm glad you're here. And if you obviously can't stay or whatever, just come back and check out the replay because, yeah. And if you could like, subscribe and do all that positive juju, that'd be amazing because obviously that's the energy that I'm reading for. So I've just come out of this myself. My last relationship taught me a lot about how much I personally go above and beyond and then some, and then sort of, I don't quit. Like, I'm not a quitter by nature, and I don't just discard people, places, things sometimes. But that's got me in a bit of trouble sometimes because what I do is I actually fall in love or I stay connected to energies because I see their potential. And it's a real like catch-22. Oh, as soon as I read Torsa, fate's come out. New life's coming. So we'll see if they come out again. But anyway, so I'm going to channel this message with integrated and embodied help and support with that because I know what it's like. So, yeah. And because I'm going to be channeling shortly, once I tune into the energy of these cards, if I have any mods, if we have riffraff in here, can you feel free to remove them. But if you are just watching, just ignore them. Just ignore them because we are here to improve our lives, to better our lives, to be more spirit-led. And, yeah. Yeah. I liked it. I liked today how they gave me a really good topic. Like they obviously with quite a few acknowledgements. So they're telling me already. Grace was letting go of the people who don't serve my highest good. No more playing small and always the giver. Woo! So my question is, if you are the people pleaser, the overgiver, have you taken the time to sit with yourself and understand why you possibly do that? And on the surface level, most people will say, yeah, well, I do it because it's nice to be kind and everybody should be nice to each other and everybody deserves a chance and stuff like that. But when you actually do the shadow work and you dive deep into the crux of it, you'll find there's a very strong elemental reason as to why you do that. For me, back in the day, I did it for acknowledgement because I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel value. I developed a terrible behavioral response on a psychological level to I had to people please. I had to feather the nest. I had to go into action to prove my worth, to prove my value. So I'm not saying that the surface level doesn't need to be dealt with either, but when you actually dive deep within yourself, into your soul, you will acknowledge a reason as to why you tend to give too much. And 9 times out of 10, you struggle to receive because of many other reasons. So if you're an overgiver, you have to sort of look at why that is, and then in turn, learn new ways to open yourself up to receive, because life's a duality. Life's a duality. So, Jade says she does it for peace, but no, I shouldn't always give in. And I know it's really hard to hear sometimes, but when we do things for peace and we do things for sanctuary and all that sort of stuff, it's still a level of control. And that's why you always hear me banter on that the only person that you have control over is yourself. You can't, good morning, Denise. You can't actually control circumstances. You can't control other people. You can't control the world. You can't control society. You can't control the community. You can uplift, you can inspire, you can be the best possible version of yourself so you can manifest that for yourself. But at the end of the day, if you're not receiving something at the moment and you find you're draining your cup by giving out too much, there's an imbalance there. So it's not something that will just be fixed overnight, but when you do get a little bit more selfish in a healthy way and you do have these fundamental understandings and you do start using discernment when it comes to who you give to, how much, all that sort of stuff, that equilibrium, once you get it, is so friggin' tasty. It is so, so tasty. So hopefully with the message today, I can kickstart your journey in some type of way. But, yeah, if you've had enough, this message is for you. Yeah. Hello, Mr. Foray 89. How are you? All right, let's do this. I won't waffle on. It's already 15 minutes in. Please know that the information that I'm channeling is for the current energy. I start off using the wisdom cards. That just helps me get into the collective energetic timeline to move forward. Then I'll get into the tarot, which is sort of like the future predicting stuff. Then I'll soothe it with a bit of backup from the mermaid and dolphins. And I've got divine masters if you do want to call upon a deity. And I've added a little manifestation, secret language of manifestation card at the end today. So, all right, Spirit, can you use all my senses safely, securely, and full protection off of my beautiful community members, myself included? Something you feel we need to know to help us move forward. Something that will possibly help us if we have had a bloody enough. All right, orphaned. All right. I know for a fact, because obviously I've been through the moat and I've come out the other side. It's really hard to do this journey sometimes because it is necessary to have a certain level of isolation and hermetism, if that makes sense. Because they want you to start reaching for solutions now rather than constantly regurgitating the problem or what caused the problem or what led you to where you were and all that sort of jazz. I'm feeling a lot of anxiety and a lot of tightness in my chest now. For those who don't know, I use all my four clairs when I'm channeling. And I feel like this is a lot of anxiety. And if it's not anxiety, it could be depression. You put yourself on either end of the emotional stick that you're currently feeling. But they're wanting you, and they want me to start healing already. They want you to start coming back to your soul. I've been bantering on about that since about September last year. There's something about learning the art of mindfulness and being more present in your here and now, because now is all you have. If you look too far in the past, that does cause depression. If you look too far in the future, that does cause anxiety. The important thing to know is that energy is forever moving, and all you have is now. You can change at any given moment, on any given day. And it's really important that if you do decide to make that change, but you have a bit of a slip up or you make a bit of a mistake or something from the past comes back and reminds you of where you've been or anything like that, you have control and power to recollect yourself and to recalibrate yourself and to bring yourself back to now and remind yourself of who you are. Jade experiences a lot of anxiety, but worse the last couple of weeks. I feel in you, Jade, because the collective energies are calling for that last, well, it's never a last because we will do it to the day we croak it, but that it's part of this purge. It's part of this purge. And unless we all, as individuals, I don't care who you are, where you are, what walk of life you come from, whatever, unless you get to the point where you take a look at yourself and become a lot more self-actualized, that's the shadow part, which is the negative sign, and the light side, and pay more attention to the light side, then it's very hard to make future decisions and choices because you're not self-actualized enough. So it's not an excuse, but that's just how it is when it comes to energy. Because they encourage me to get everyone to just breathe. So take a deep breath in, breathe in the good shit, and breathe out the bullshit. So breath work may be really significant if you do want a little spirit-led practice to do as well. I've been doing this consistently over the last week or so, but to get in touch with my mediumship. And I'll tell you what, the messages that are coming out are absolutely profound. So you're not lost, you're not lonely, you're not isolated. I know the feeling tells you that, but I believe that the beautiful souls that I'm connecting to today are being asked to go into some form of isolation to identify the root cause as to why you've had enough and what change you're willing to make life better for yourself. Oh, shivers. Yeah, because it's too much in your head. Literally jumped out. We're not reconnecting to our body. We're not regulating our nervous system. And I'm really sorry because I was reminded of it last night that I was going to give you my hints and tips about how I regulated my nervous system and how I continue to do so. And I totally forgot. I totally forgot. So I do apologise. Sometimes me ADHD gets a little away on me. Look. Going round and around. Is that song a Rihanna song as well? Going round and around we go. I'm not sure how I feel about it. It's something. And is that the Rihanna song as well? I think it is. I don't know. I don't listen to that kind of music. But just to tell you point blank straight, the reason why you're not moving forward at the moment is because you're too much in your head. You're trying to strategize. You're trying to logically think. You're not paying attention to your intuition. And the reason why your intuition's off at the moment is probably because you're feeding the fear and the worry and the concern and the guilt and the anger, and you're not regulating your nervous system enough for your intuition to come through. So it is a spiral. The round and round means I keep doing the same shit every day, expecting a different result. Or I get into my little orphaned energy and I'm like, I'm on my own. I mean, we're all good when we're on our own, typically, aren't we? You know what I mean? You can eat Cocoa Pops for dinner if you want. You can say yes to things if you want. You can say no. You can stay in bed. You can whatever. You got your own sovereign being. You got your own freedom of will. But when you add a partner into that, when you add your kids into that, when you add your boss into that, when you add your co-workers into that, when you add the people in the shopping centre to that, and you start adding stuff to it, it can throw you off kilter. It can throw you off kilter. But I'm going to say with the not for you card here, a lot of you are still holding on to people, places, things, emotions, thought patterns, belief systems, addictions, routines, whatever it is that you energetically are attached to, that's not for you. And a lot of you know it. You do have a very fortunate event coming up. The last reading told us that as well. But I feel like I'm in my head right now going, why? Why? How come? Who did that? Why did they do that? I think that I touched on that the last week or two as well, about worrying about why everybody else is doing what they're doing. The who, what, when, and whys of everything outside of yourself, when the true power, when you come back to yourself, is go, holy shit, what's going on within me to attract this? What's going on within me to manifest this into my reality? Because whether you know the law of attraction or not, the law of attraction is real. It's as real as gravity. And when you get a firm handle on it, you can actually use that powerful energy, which is the law of attraction. What goes up must come down, cause and effect. You can use that to your advantage. And that's what I'm here to teach and coach and mentor everybody to do, because I've done it in my own life for the last 5 years. Do I get it right all the time? No, because I'm here for my own life experiences. Everything's contrast. Everything's here to teach you something. It's usually when you get taught or be shown something that you don't want, so you can know what you do want. And the skill and the art is to be able to pivot your attention and go, well, I'm not going to pay that too much attention, because that takes me away from the present moment. That makes me more up in my head and logical rather than being mindful, Spirit wants you to know, I don't know who needs to hear this, but Spirit wants someone or you to know that you are very heavily protected right now. You are very, very heavily protected. And I feel like if it's not you that feels like it needs protection, it's like you feel like you need to protect someone else. So if you're really worried, concerned about other people, especially if it's your children or your loved ones or anything like that, worry and guilt and all that is such a wasted emotion. It really is. It serves its purpose, but it's a wasted emotion. So they want you to know that if that's you and you're worried about someone else, this is really specific. If you're worried about someone else, you need to know that they are heavily protected. And you also need to remember, it doesn't matter whether they're 1 year old, 10 years old, 100 years old, they are still creators of their own reality. So they are still creating their own reality. You really have no control, no power, or coercion or anything to change or shift what they're bringing in for themselves. I will do a post. I'll write it down right now. I meant to do tips on regulating nervous system. I'll probably do a video on that, because it's in a post. I've had to rearrange a few things, and I'll share that during this week. But I'll probably do a thing on that. I meant to do it last week, and I completely forgot. Got busy with other things, so I will do that for you. But the tips that I'm going to show you are the tips that I've learned from my own psychologist, that of what I've read or researched or applied myself. So please know that I'm not a medical practitioner, and it's such a holistic thing. It's not you just do this and you get this result. It's a holistic thing. It's mindset work. It's, taking care of your physical self by eating well and taking care of your frequency and your energy and saying no to things, and new life come out again. New life come out again. Go back and watch the beginning before I think it come out. You've got to rest. You've got to rest. Your solution right now, and people hate saying it, hate us saying it, but you need to rest right now. You've got to stop chasing your tail. You've got to stop trying to make shit happen, trying to control narratives, trying to control anything outside of yourself. This is why you're getting burnt out. A lot of you have quite a under half loaded cup right now. And when I say cup, that's the holistic self. So some of you, maybe not eating properly, so your body's not fueled and energized, or maybe you've just gone on a massive junk food spree and it's not vibrating a high frequency. Maybe a lot of you do have that psychological aspect to it, old traumas and all that sort of stuff. Trust me, I get it. I get it. I got a message through last night that a lot of people are becoming too sedentary. So that means sitting still, staying stagnant, not circulating that energy, not having a good dance and letting it out. You guys probably would have seen, if you followed along all this time, when I first started, I think it was around November or December when I did my final cord cutting and started this new cycle for myself, I was sharing my dancing. I was like, every bit of rage, every bit of fucking shit I had and everything, all my anger and that. I just let it out and dance and all that. And it was such a fun activity in that, but I had to circulate that. And seriously, I don't even have a sore back anymore. I used to get really sore hips, sore back and all that sort of stuff. Here and there, like I did some cleaning the other day and probably didn't use my back properly. It was a bit sore. But when it comes to that stored trauma, that stored energy and that, it's gone now. So that's a simple step to regulate your nervous system. You just got to get selfish enough to do the work, to do the energy work and do it consistently enough so you can get off this bloody merry-go-round once and for all. I was going to say anything, but I will let you in a little secret. Over on my Buy Me a Coffee, the link's down below. Sorry, I'm still getting over a wog. Over on my Buy Me a Coffee, I'm starting to share some behind the scenes content because I have so much knowledge, so much wisdom, so much knowing. I've tried and tested ways and means and stuff. I just couldn't put it in post. And when I do tend to try to put stuff my way on social media, it gets copyrighted, it gets shut down. I've had to remove it. It's just getting too much of a pain in the ass and it's wasting my time. So what I've decided to do for $11 a month, I'm going to do it over here on YouTube too, because I know there's a large portion of you that only follow me on YouTube. You don't follow any other social medias. But in this membership group, I'm going to be sharing so much more content in my way, like in my vocabulary, my way. I can add any music that I want without being banned. I can have it as long as I want or as short as I want. So there's no rules when it comes over there. And part of my way of doing this too, and I know there's an $11 investment for that, but Spirit have always told me that if you keep doing things, and this is for anyone that else is out there that's creating content or you're a reader or anybody else, if you keep doing free stuff, you'll keep attracting the takers. It's just the way it is. So I think $11 is a very fair amount to have exclusive access to me. I'm just going to be doing like get ready with me's in the morning and sharing my downloads that I got for the morning, or because I live this in real time. I don't just come on here, do this and then go do something else. I live this, breathe this, do the work. And if you can benefit from all the work I've done and all the information I've received and all the support, and you can't afford that yourself, then I think that's a very fair investment. So over and Buy Me a Coffee, I will be doing some free stuff over there too. I can't do it on the social medias. It's just not working for me. And I can feel people calling out, help, can you give me this and can you give me that and can you do me this or whatever. If I do it over on these communities, then I can just keep it all in one place and it'll be all like categorized. So if you need something with nervous system regulation, you can go to the link. If you need, you want a psychic reading, I'll go over there, and it'll be all, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. Anyway, so, yeah, all my links are down below. Yeah. Hello, Steve. So anyway, back to the reading. As you can tell, my energy's starting to pick up, and that's when this new life jumped out. So you're not stuck, you're not stagnant at the moment. You're poised for this wonderful change. It's calling you to learn how to be more mindful and less logical and less strategic, to regulate your nervous system so you can start honoring your next best inspired action step through your intuition, not from your fear and not because someone else is telling you what to do. Pretty much. Yeah, look, we got we got fork in the road. So if you've got that stuck story, I said this last week, if you've got that stuck story, you need to eliminate that. You need to soothe that. You need to soften it. You're not stuck. You're not stagnant. You're moving forward. Energy is forever moving forward. All at the moment is that you're in between worlds. So this is the shadow part of self. You're coming out of this if you're doing the energy work, and you are heading into a brand new cycle. The end of March is going to be very significant. This is very significant with the Mercury retrograde because we're at the tail end of whatever. But we need to start kicking some of these bad habits. We need to start saying no to people who no longer serve us. We need to stop people pleasing. We say yes to people who say yes to life and actually want to help themselves. And then we become this better version of ourselves, and then we walk into this part. Yes, indeed. Please, when it comes to your future manifestation, stay flexible on how it's going to come in for you, because I know it feels like a bit of a rabbit warrant at the moment, and it may feel like a bit of a labyrinth and you don't know whether to go left or right. Book in for a reading. I can help you get on the straight and narrow. But at the end of the day, stay flexible. You got some good shit coming in because it's all part of this new life for you. But are you calling in more of this crap? Are you calling in more of that? Because of any reason that you don't want to create the shift within yourself, or you're going to breathe your way through it. You're going to say, yes, please, new life. I'm willing to learn new ways to call this in for myself. I'm going to get out of my head, get back into my heart, and get a bit more passionate about life. I'm moving forward. I should start a movement. See, I've got all these bloody ideas coming in. Thank you for the inspiration, Mr. Ferrari. Sorry if I get your name. So I read energy, not necessarily tags, but I've got so much in the pipeline. Anyway, shut up, Danielle. Yeah. So thanks for the inspiration, you guys. I love you all so much. If there was no you, I wouldn't be able to do what I love. So do I have a PayPal account? That's any way I can donate. I do, darling. I do. Is it not in the links? Are you donating, or do you want to join the membership? Hey, Lit, you're awesome too. Anyway, let's get into the juicy shit now, eh? I told you what you need to do. All right. Let's get into the juicy stuff. Let's get into the tarot. For those who don't know, for you newbies there, what my hair sticking to me? I have the ability to tap into the current energy and see what's possible in the future. Most people call them predictions. I call them possibilities, because you are the creator of your own reality. So regardless of whether a psychic tells you that something's coming, you still have to be expectant. You still have to be hopeful. You can't just sit on your bum and go, oh, well, Miss Psychic D told me that was going to happen, and, so I'll just sit here and eat Doritos while, the magic happens around me. No, you've got to be an active participant. Oh, yeah, I love to co-create too. All right, let's get into, for the collective spirit, what okay. Well, look, here we go. I can't show the cards because they flag and all that, but we've got the Nine of Swords, which isn't a very pretty card, as you can see. I'm going to leave that over there. That's got to do with thought processes. That's got to do with belief systems. That's got to do with you personally allowing your own negative thoughts and beliefs to get in your way and pinch you off from the source and supply that's coming in for you. Or you could be using other people as your excuse to not move forward yourself. Like you have this very strong belief and identity with, I can't do that because they will think less of me, or, this could go back to childhood. I remember mine. It's like, you're a goner, Dan. You're a goner. You're going to do this and you're going to do that, and you start things and you never finish them and all that sort of stuff. And that become part of my identity, and that become a real issue for me. And people were judging me and all that for it. But it turns out that I found out that I've actually got ADHD. So it's very typical for neurodivergents to get very bored very quickly, to want to bite off more than they can chew. Everything's a great idea. That's why I pulled myself on saying this, because I can feel the flow of this and I don't want to sabotage it. But it goes back to that original thing. There is a reason why you are the way you are right now. There is. It's not to put a title or a label or that there's something wrong with you, but when you get self-actualized enough and you understand, hey, that's just my quirk, that's just my perk, and I can work with that, and I don't care what anyone says. There's so many free resources out there at the moment that you can get help with, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's the library, whether it's thousands, millions of content creators putting shit out there for free. It's up to you to say, you know what, I'll take a bit of that, and I'll take a bit of that, and I'll take a bit of that. I'll do this for a little while. I'll get the momentum going in this direction, and then I'll integrate it, because there's a system to this. You integrate it, and when you integrate it, that means you start living it. You start living it like it's just who you are and stuff like that. But when you fully embody it, that's when you sit there and people can come at you with, oh, you're a goner, Dan, and you go, well, fuck you. And you have no emotional attachment to it. You know what I mean? Your opinion's your opinion. Let's agree to disagree. You get into that really nice black and white energy and nothing stresses you. Not a lot stresses you, I'm telling you now. The reason why they make me go on that rampage is because you have so much fulfillment coming in, you have no idea. I don't even know where to start. So the star symbolises to me an energy. I don't read tarot, I just use it as a tool, that you're going to be validated about something. You're going to be noticed. You're going to rise up. You are literally going to become the star. But you can't be a star if your frequency is, laying flat on the ground. It's great for grounding. It's great for grounding, but it's time to rise. It's time to rise. Where do you go? Okay. So what's actually happening for the collective that I'm reading for right now, whether you're aware of it or not, yes, you may have this bit of an isolated time in your life, but it's to serve a purpose, and that's to get more self-actualized. What you're doing is you're in training mode. I just heard that other song, Training Season is Over, by whoever sings that. Megan Trainor. Listen to that song if you want. But a lot of you are stepping out of this apprentice type energy, or you're just about to enter it, and you are becoming boss daddy or boss lady to some degree. Spirit wants you to know that the finances or the resources or what you need is coming in, and I do believe it's part of this fortune that I saw earlier, is going to come in for you to invest in yourself, or to invest in a project, or to invest in a relationship, or to invest in something. There's some sort of value coming in so you can invest. We've got emotional fulfillment that's coming in for you. Please remember that the only time you want anything outside of yourself is because of the feeling that you'll have from it. So if you're bored and you're lonely and you're lost and you just want connection, so you jump on the dating sites and someone actually says hello to you and you're like, oh, someone said hello to me. And they're like, oh, you look pretty. Oh, you do this and you do that. And they start, and they're going on and let's meet up and all this sort of stuff. It makes, and then about 2 weeks later, you get ghosted, you get burnt, You hear these stories over on TikTok and shit all the time, the disaster dating stories and all that sort of stuff. The reason why you manifested that experience in your life is because you met your match. So maybe at the end of the day, you met the ghoster, the cheater, the whatever whatever it was, the user, the abuser, or whatever, because A, you're probably not emotionally available for a relationship yourself right now, or it was a great, new, fresh experience to people please and to prove your worth, to say to someone, hey, I'm a good egg, I can be chosen. You know what I mean? There's just so much evidence around you right now of, I think, that old frequency of you. And that's why you've got that I've had enough. And I think it's you've had enough of yourself. You need to understand why you're manifesting these experiences into your life. Simples, Sherzy. Here's our simples as it is. Bye. I want to really encourage you to start doing the work if you can, because you have a beautiful soulmate relationship and connection coming in, and that's why I went on the dating rampage. I'll be sharing more about all these different areas of your life over on the Buy Me a Coffee. But you need to step up in your power. The Emperor here is boss daddy energy or boss lady. Just remember, we all have the balance between masculine and feminine energies. But some people really need to start sticking up for themselves, eh? They need to start building on their resilience. They need to stop letting people get into their heads, listening to other people's thoughts, opinions, ideas. This can even come when it comes to learning. Just remember that everybody out there at the moment that's sharing information and stuff, I'm seeing a lot of it at the moment. It's so frustrating. These energies get on, they post a pretty picture, they post a hi, I'm strong man energy in that, and all their information is chat GPT. It's chat GPT. And being an energy reader, I can sit there and go, nah. It's not a judgment. It's just how it is. And I found peace with that, because Spirit always said, like will attract like. But these people won't be able to hold their foundation. They won't be able to hold their foundation. And you'll probably invest thousands of dollars into them, and they can't hold their position because they're not true and they're not authentic and they're not transparent and they're not dedicated. Like they're just not good. And I think that's why a lot of you have had enough. You're investing in people and places, things based on face value. Oh, thanks, Denise. See ya. And the reason why I'm so passionate about this is because this is the end of the road. This is the end of the road right now. You have 10 of Cups, ultimate fulfillment, whether this is ultimate fulfillment within yourself and you're just going, I'm fun, I'm frisky, I can go wherever I want, I can do whatever I want. This is a balance between the masculine and feminine, and because you are that way, you will attract the same. You will attract the same. This could be confidence in your work. If you want to shift work, or I don't know how many people I spoke to on especially the PTV lines, they're on the border of like getting promoted or stepping up in their career and stuff, and they're about to quit. And I'm like, don't quit. Don't quit just yet. So please don't quit right now. Learn the art of discernment. Surrender what is no longer for your highest good. But please keep yourself open to what's coming in. We've got emotional fulfillment. We've got boss daddy emperor energy here. We've got the 10 of Cups, which is ultimate fulfillment. You are upgrading. You are up-leveling. You need to go with the flow. Some of you are going to have some type of a windfall where you will be able to put some to the side. It's part of this new life. You're not quite there yet. Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't try to push shit up and make shit happen, because you're wasting your precious time and energy. You've got to go there in your mind. You've got to visualize it. You've got to get excited within. Even if you've got nothing to be excited about, get excited to build that feeling. What does it feel like to be loved, nurtured, cared for? Hug a pillow if you have to and pretend it's Fred. I taught my son this very young. When he first started out, he'd go to the shop and he'd earn whatever he's earning at his work or whatever, but he'd buy groceries and he'd say, thank you, universe. I love paying for my groceries and I love how it comes back to me threefold. And it always does. And within like 6 to 8 months, he'd saved enough money, he'd got enough resources, he'd got enough opportunities and options and all that to literally pick up his life and move down to the Central Coast. So that's the frequency. But people are either staying here and ignoring this, or they're overly emotional. They're overly emotional and they need to think a little bit more strategically in a healthy way. What have I got? Wrong cards. I'm so excited. Like, I just want you to have it. I just want you to have what's coming in here because it's amazing. I can't put words to it. There's no words. Let's get some more. Yep, it's something that you've asked for. It's something that you've asked for. You just got to get into emotional alignment with it. Follow your passion, follow your dream. A lot of you are stepping out of this doormat reality. This doormat. Got the block on again. There's a collective that are like this. They're going to stay stuck. You know, I'm going to fight. I'm going to cause chaos. I'm going to argue. I'm going to debate. Please, if you're on your own journey, don't debate with anybody. If someone sees you a certain way, say, okay. If someone tries to accuse you of something, don't go into debate. Let them have their opinion. Let them have their opinion. You've got bigger eggs to fry here. Seriously, you've got bigger eggs to fry. Who gives a shit and who cares about what other people think and say of you? Who cares? And I know you're probably going, but I care because I want them to like me. I want them I want them to choose me. I want them. Wrong war, kids. Wrong war. You need to say, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the experience. Thanks for the lesson. I've learned my lesson. I choose to feel better. I choose to feel great. I choose to think well. I choose to manifest bigger, better opportunities. Thanks so much. Have a lovely day. Have the life you deserve. I'm not going to let you put me in a mental prison anymore. I'm not going to make you allow you to make me feel like I've got nobody and I've got nothing. No. I'm going over to Miss Psychic D's community where I'm pumped and I'm amped and I'm going to go places. And if I have to do that alone for a little while, then so it is. So it is. But I'm telling you what, you do the journey, you go through that isolation, you go through that loneliness, you stop attaching yourself to artificial people, places, things that make you happy in that moment and stop sabotaging this beautiful timeline that's actually coming in. Fortune's on your side. Fortune's on your side. Oh, look, it's going to end anyway. If you're attached to anything that's not for your highest good right now, it's going to end anyway. Oh, boy. Page of Wands, just starting out. So I'm just trying to slow it down a little bit because a lot of you are just starting out. But Page is that really early energy. Really, really early. But you need to put an end to this. And focus on this. You need to become more of a deliberate creator in your reality and start working your energy. I do believe there's a large component here that need to learn to heal as they go rather than get stuck in this healing energy. Because when you do that and you're constantly seeking solution for past stuff, it serves a purpose, but if you get into a chronic state of momentum about that, you are still manifesting more things to heal from. You will. And it's such a bloody shame. The healing should be learning new ways to become a better version of yourself, not to find out the who, what, when, and why, and try to logically get into why you're experiencing what you're experiencing in this life, if that makes sense. Anything else? You need to make judgment call. I just heard that song. I'm going my way. I'm going to ride it all night long. What would living authentically, transparently, openly, unapologetically, what would that look like for you and what would it feel like? That's the energy you need to get into right now, in this energy. You don't have to go and do anything. You don't have to jump on those dating sites. You don't have to jump in those friendship circles. You don't have to do those workshops. The sun literally just come out. It's been raining all morning. The sun will come out tomorrow. One thing that spirit really helped me with, and it's hard because I do have my neurodivergence and stuff like that, and my shrink actually helped me with this with the scanning. Because with CBTSD, you don't realise how chronic you get in scanning for problems. You know, you get scan. It's very black and white, and I'm going to share that with you. You have a choice in this life. You have a choice. And life really is black and white when you think about it. You can choose to stay where you are, have what you've always got, be with those who make you miserable, wake up and not feel joyous and purposeful when you go to work each day, keep trying to make ends meet in your bank balance. That's a choice. It is a choice. Or you can choose to go, if I'm not going to focus on that, I can focus on my millions. So you can choose, instead of telling that story, you can choose to pick up a book, pick up an oracle deck, pick up something and start learning something new. Shift and pivot that frequency out of that into that. That's a choice, and everyone can do it. It's like driving down a road and you have a choice. You can go left or you can go right. You can't have both. So that's where you're at the moment. Because I'm telling you now, if nothing changes and you don't put an end to whatever's pinching you off from the source and supply, you're going to regurgitate it. You're going to start a new cycle with a whole lot more of the same. You've got, look at this. These are the ones that fell out. You have financial opportunities through work or career coming in for you. You've got a brand new cycle starting with the world here. This can be in partnerships. I've co-create before. This can be work relationships, intimate relationships, both, whatever it is. You're wrapping up a cycle. You're about to start a whole new one. Look, Ace of Pentacles. You've got Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This is emotional fulfillment, and this is also emotional fulfillment. But you are the one that has to create the value that you put in this. So if you're people pleasing and you're selling for sloppy seconds and you're desperate and you're hard done by and all that sort of stuff, so it is. It doesn't have to be that way. We've got King of Pentacles, which is fortune. Your fortune's coming in. Your begging days are over. Some of you are going to get yourself in a really good position between now and September. That don't be surprised if you have family members, friendships, ex-connections, old employers or whatever, come and beg you. Come and beg you to know your secret. Come and beg you for money. Come and beg you for your time and your attention, your affection or whatever. Don't be surprised. Because I think a lot of you will hold your sword up and go, nah, mother. Nah. A lot of you need to sort of soothe the voices in your head. You need to get out of this self-imposed prison. You got an emotional offer from a king here. You got the king and the emperor. You got to make a judgment call. Your call. Your call. Up to you. You can come down this lane with me and keep creating and having a bit of a laugh and take the piss out of things. It's all part of alchemization. You can do that. People think that you need to, oh, mate, anyway. Alchemization is not what people think. It's not hard work. It's not. And you don't have to do these expensive retreats and get someone else to do it for you and all that to alchemize energy. You're not going to believe this. We got weight. So like I say, take a nap right now, rest, regroup, regather, start writing those lists, start redoing those vision boards, do the self-actualization work. Wait. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Let yourself receive jumped out. Allow others to give you loving care, receive without guilt or apology. I literally just said that during the reading. This is what some of you need to take some time out and work out. How do I allow myself to receive? Especially with this love, this connection, this money, this opportunity. I think some of you in the next 3 months are going to have, the only problem that you're going to have is like, holy shit, I've got like 3 options here. I've got like 3 or 4 or 5, 6 opportunities. Which one do I take? I have moments in my readings where people do. They come into me and they go, Dad, I've got so many good things coming, but I don't know which one to take. I think that's what's happening with this collective. You can't have this amount of abundance. Yeah, look, contemplation time. Time to move on. Have faith. Stop listening to other people. Don't listen to me even if you don't want to. Don't care. Listen to yourself. Have faith. Stop trying to get advice and guidance from people who haven't even traveled the road before you. You know, you're asking people what to do, and they're people that don't even leave the house. You're asking for job raises and stuff from people who have been there for 40 years. They haven't grown, they haven't expanded, they haven't done anything. So be careful who you're getting advice from. Nobody knows yourself more than you. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive, follow your own guidance. It's time to let go of the old and worn out so the new can come in. Spend time alone meditating upon what you truly desire. Hey, Alan, how's it going? So if you want to spirit, this is coming out all the time. Yes, you need to start saying yes to what floats your boat, what gets your juices flowing, what, you know, is part of your what's next for you, and get a little bit excited about life a little bit more. But if you want a spirit-led practice, breath work and spirit morning affirmations. So pre-paving your day. Today's going to be a great day. I love today. Today's going to be amazing. Spirit, where would you have me go? Who would you have me see? What would you have me say? I love life. Life loves me. I love having great conversations with great people. Today's a great day. I'm going to get up and I'm going to brush my teeth now. I'm going to put my face on. I'm going to do my hair. I'm going to have a bit of a play with the kids before I go to work. I'm going to put the crock pot on because I've done that. I'm going to put the crock pot on so when I get home tonight, I don't have to worry about dinner. And I might give so-and-so a call because I haven't chatted to them in ages. And fuck it, I might go to the library as well. I've got some things I need to learn, obviously. And, you know, that's how you start your day. That's how you start your day. Let's get a Divine Master. If you do join my BMAC, you can go, I will be posting free stuff as well as the $11 one, but that's where I'll be starting my Manifestation Academy as well. So probably here on YouTube and over on my Buy Me a Coffee. We got the Divine Director. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. Have faith. Your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Trust the process. Create space for divine order to unfold. You cannot manifest new if you're going to still hold on to this shit. It just won't happen. Just won't happen. And I know how hard it is to say no. Initial experience, I knew it. These are the trainees. These are the trainees. Your current situation is initiating your gifts. As my nose starts itching horrendously. So, like I say, in collective readings, I can go on 12 different tangents, but if you are finding that your intuition's taken off right now, you have that clear knowing, clear seeing, you can feel it, sense it, taste it, do all that sort of stuff that's beyond your physical senses, you need to regulate your nervous system. So you're not either facilitating out of, oh shit, now they're telling me something. So you're not facilitating out of your own fear and unhealed version of self, and make sure that you know the healer that you're going to, that they don't do that to you. They just said keep it simple for the collective. They just said just learn about energy, learn about your own personal energy, your aura, your vibration, your frequency, spiritual hygiene, they just said. So I'm going to write that down too. So I'll put that over in my Buy Me a Coffee community to get you started. And it's all about spiritual hygiene because not a lot of people do that. We've got transcending fear. Facing fear leads to fearlessness. Embrace your power. Ow! False evidence appearing real. Choice. I can face the fear or I can become a creator. Fear, creation. Fear, creation. Fear, creation. And then we got Bridget, inner fire. Let your passion lead you with purpose. Where's me pagey? Let your passion. Hi, ho, silver away. This is my life, my journey, my destination, my outcomes. It doesn't matter what everyone else is doing. My life. You know, if I make a wrong choice, I'll take it on the chin. I'll learn. Won't do that again next time. This has got to be a bit of an independent journey. Look at the light coming out from within. It's like I'm a great artist, or I'm a wonderful cook, or I'm a wonderful speaker, or I'm a wonderful healer, or I'm a wonderful mechanic, or I'm a wonderful server at McDonald's. It doesn't matter what you do. What you do, you've got to get yourself in a position where you wake up with purpose and you go to bed satisfied and you follow your passion. Oh, thanks, Rachel. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. It does take work. It does take commitment. It does take consistency. It does take all those things. But I'm telling you, it's worth it. It doesn't, when you first get going, yes, the speed bump feels very hard. But once you get on the other side and you get into a new momentum, it's like going to a river and the river's running down and there's all these boulders and rocks and all that. And obviously it stops the flow a little bit. But take it as the analogy that if you're that river and that's all of you going down this river, if you start taking away that little rock and that little pebble and that bit of seaweed and that weed and this and that and this and that, and you let the flow go, get the flow going again, holy hell, the stream, it just takes you to where you want to go, and it is so exciting. It's so exciting. Oh, that wanted to jump out, didn't it? Oh my God, this came out in the pre-shuffle as well. The secret language of manifestation, moon illumination. Track your manifestation with the lunar cycles. So if you are into astrology and all that sort of stuff, get disciplined, have faith in your placements and stuff like that, and follow the relevant guidance according to that. That came out before when I was doing my pre-shuffle. Picture your goals, clarify your intention for your desires. This come out in the pre-shuffle too. This is the shit that I'm going to be sharing over BMAC because you can't make this stuff up. Oh, anyway, you can need a picture. You need a bigger picture for your life. You need to clarify. What's your intention? What do you desire? What does it look like? What does it feel like? Last one. The prearrangement of free will, the destiny of choice. I freaking love this. It's all down to choice. I literally went on a rampage. Do I have it over there? I literally went on a rampage yesterday of I choose. Because I love powerful journal prompts like I am, I choose, I believe, wouldn't it be nice if? They're some of my journaling prompts, and I need a different one each day. It depends on where I'm at. But I literally went on a rampage yesterday and wrote, I choose. I choose this, I choose sovereignty, I choose this, I choose to feel good, I choose this, I choose. And you've got to get that part of your identity. And remember that you are a human here with free will, and you can choose. You can choose. Unless you let someone else choose for you. And then you get the shit because you followed their lead and that wasn't a good choice, and then you missed out on getting what you want. And that's a bloody shame. So anyway, I think my rampage is over right now. That's it. You got to choose yourself now. You got to choose yourself. Well, you always should, but there's something with the energy at the moment with the death. Hi, Graceful. Oh, bye, Graceful. Death. Coming full circle. There's fulfillment coming in for you. So, yeah. Anyway, way over time. So I hope that helps some of you. If you want me for anything, all my links are down below. I hope you all have an amazing day. I'm going to go and totally thrive in this energy right now because it is amazing. But watch this space, guys. Oh, you're welcome, Lisette. Sorry, Nicole, are you still here? I'm just really starting thinking about shadow work, and I believe it's taken me backwards. Thank you for the insight. It only goes backwards if you don't move with it. So it's sort of like a point by point structure. So when you bring up a shadow part of self, it could be an abandonment wound. You got to sit in that for a little while, feel the feeling, maybe talk to a practitioner or something and sort of go into that on a psychological level sometimes. And you've got to alchemize that energy by doing something different, whether it's a different thought, whether it's a release the feeling and then top yourself up with a better feeling, and stuff like that. The only reason why anyone ever goes backwards or whatever is because they're focused and they're pivoted that way, or it gets too hard. They just sit there and go, no, that's too confronting, and that's not, and there's no judgment on that because I've resisted my emotions for a very long time. But you can't go backwards. You can't go backwards. I know it feels like that. But the only reason why anyone's ever stuck, feeling like they're going backwards, is because their energy is not moving forward. So, yeah, don't give up though. Don't give up. So you're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. All right, guys. Well, hello, London. Hello, everyone's jumping on. I'm jumping off now. Thanks so much. If you do want to subscribe in that, towards the end of the week, I will be coming on to do straight readings. I can see a few of you asking for readings. But, yeah. So you're so welcome. You're so welcome. All right, guys. I love you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.